Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. Don't know where to look.
There.
I know. Just checking.
Okay.
Talk.
Hi. So I don't know what it said on Facebook, but we're not doing the magazine. We're actually doing a journal page. Hope you saw that. So yeah, we're going to be having a play with Vivids and stencils and some Zuri stamps and whatever else I've got on my desk, basically. So I'll have a good play with that. What's been happening this week? Busy week.
Busy week.
What do we do? What do we do? What did we do this week?
Can't remember.
So much. We went to Cardiff last weekend, which was fantastic.
Very good.
Really enjoyed that. Hi girls, if you're watching, that was really good fun. I love Cardiff, and we did sample our favourite little cocktail bar, didn't we?
We did. Only
for, an hour, that was it. That was enough. 8 o'clock, we're in bed. So we're not party animals anymore. What else have we done? Loads. Packing, planning for this year. We've got some lovely stuff coming up. We're working with a new designer. She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Can't wait to show you her work. So that's really good. We saw our friends Mike and Ian, and we had a bit of a games night, didn't we? Mm-hmm. That was really good. Not planned at all. And yeah, that was really good fun. Really enjoyed that. And we've got some new board games, haven't we?
We have. Should we get on with doing some demos?
I'm just telling people what we've been up to.
All right.
Good. Okay. All right then. So you do the bit about sharing and liking and special offers and stuff like that.
Okay. So let me turn that on. So like, comment and share for a chance to win your choice of an A5 stamp set, 4 to be won. And we do, because Kay's going to be using Vivis today, we've got a special discount code on Eco Refills, 20% off Eco Refills. Just use code ECO20 at checkout to get your 20% off. So I will transfer you over to Kay.
Hi there. Right, so what have I got on my desk? I've got my usual VersaFine. I've got some Majestic Blue and Black. I've got a lovely new journal which we've had made, and these are obviously an indigo blue cover, ring bound so that they lie flat, which I love, and they've got really nice thick super smooth watercolour card on this. So we've got it hot pressed, which means that it goes through a hot roller after it's been made, and that means that it's really smooth for stamping, but it's still a really nice weight of watercolour card, so that we can spray on it, ink it, layer it and all sorts. So we've got that, which is my favourite at the moment. Then we've got some Vivids. Yes, I know, I've moved my labels over because I like the glitzy top. If you want to do the same, just put a heat gun on the top here and then peel it off and stick it on there. So I'm using some Vivids. I'm going to be using some of the Eco Refills as well. Probably Little John and a bit of Loxley Yellow. I might use a bit of Will Scarlet and maybe some others. Not sure yet. And our new Slap It On Sparkles, I'm using a blue. Look at that beauty. Gorgeous. That's called Seize the Day. And I just love this stuff. I know, who would have thought I'd be a bit glitzy today. Then we're going to be using my mask, which comes in 3 sections, which I really like, and this is called Bubbles. So we're going to be using that, and a few of my little stamps, my collector's edition, that I've always got on my desk. See, I've got a little box here that I made with them all in. So those are over there, and then I may use some of Mike's words because I love them and I love the font. This is his personal font. It's not one that you can buy off the shelf. He's actually designed this. This is his writing, which are lovely. And then I've also got, let me just bring this in. So I've also got my Zuri stamp as well, my favourite breed. I love this. This is just so beautiful. And I think it could be a beautiful dog. It could be a fox. It could be a wolf, whichever way you want to see it. But I love that stamp. Okay, so we're going to be using those. So I think the first thing we're going to do is have a bit of a spray. So let's bring these in. So what have I done? I've actually put some scrap paper in between, behind one leaf and behind the other. And I might just bring in another page just so that it protects this side as well. Okay. So forgive me, but I usually have to stand up to do this just because. And I'm just putting a bit of water on this. If you want to keep it from bending, just put a bit of water on the back of the page as well. I might actually just lay these on for the first. You see I've got a little bit of ink left over on them. I think I might just put these on just for the first spray. So I'm going for blue satin sashes, no surprise there. Because blue satin sashes have got mica in them.
Mike says, are we getting messy today?
Are we getting messy today? We sure are. No gloves. Look, no gloves. I might regret that later. Okay, so we're going to go on with... Oh, look at that. That is just so good. Okay, so what I want you to do is get some clean water, and every time you spray, just dip your nozzle in water, and that way you're not going to get your nozzle all clogged up here, because this is so super fine, as you can see by the spray there. Now I really like that, but I'm going to just take a print with the other page just because, and just see what happens before I take those masks off. There we go. And with watercolour card, you can see that I'm taking my time with it because it'll take a few seconds for it to really soak in. So let's see what happens. Oh, love it. Love it. So I'm just going to take those off. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. And then I'm going to remove those and move them around a little bit. That'll do. Now, what colour should I do next? How about Sweet as Summer Peaches? Let's see about that. I'm only going to do a little bit of this, I think. Methinks. Yeah. Dunk it in the water, give it a wipe. And then this bit is because I use my stencils with some slice of jam and bread. Now I know this needs cleaning because I forgot to put the top on and clean it.
Are the journals available on the website? Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. So this is an 8 by 8 inch journal. And they all have nice thick pages, don't they, Alfie? Apart from the little A6 one. So I know this is going to splatter and splutter, but you know, I'll clean it up later.
So the 8 by 8 is $14.99 if anybody's interested.
There we go. I love that. Such a beautiful colour. So these colours that I'm using, you probably can't see on the telly, but on the camera, through the camera, that these have got mica in them. So I'm not using the plain colours just yet. And I think I might just take another print of that.
Have we got a video?
Sorry, it's that Monty Python voice that always gets me.
It's not Monty Python.
No, it's your Monty Python voice. Python. I know you're not quoting Monty Python, but that's the voice you put on when you quote Monty Python. Oh, this is looking so nice. So nice. Right, okay, this is a bit heavy for me round here. So the next thing I'm going to do is lay my stencils on. Let's turn it over so it looks a little bit different.
Are they stencils or masks?
Masks, sorry. Bloody facetious. You woke up since I gave you that coffee.
Yeah, only last half an hour.
He came in from work going, oh, I'm really, really tired. So I gave him a coffee. He's obviously perked up. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to lift some of the colour because this is a water-based ink, you can actually lift the colour back up off it. So the idea really is to just leave that, just to start moving the ink underneath, as you can see here. Just put a little bit more water on there so you can see it's starting to move. So the ideal thing to do is just leave it for a couple of minutes, but obviously we haven't got that much time, so I'm just going to go straight in there.
Mike says he doesn't want to spoil his new 8x8 journal by using it.
But you're a great journaler. Get it used, Mike. Oh, look at that. That's so nice. This is what I love about these sprays. And look, you know, there isn't a lot of spill off, you know, so it's not going to go all over your desk. Unless, of course, your aim is really bad. But we had a great weekend using all these at the Dirty Weekend in Cardiff. Yeah, you see, that's good. See how it's just sort of softened that edge, and I think we'll do that down here as well.
I have to bring it down just a little bit. The journal again. Yeah.
Is that okay? I can't see them. There we go. So I'm going quite close so that it's quite directional. And I want to sort of lift off some of this heavy spray here. There we go. And then I'll just do that again so we can just lift that. So you're getting lots of different, I mean, it's the same mask, but you're getting lots of different levels of colour and tone. And this is the wonderful thing you can do with Vivids, because the ink, you can just keep on layering it. Oops. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Okay, I'm happy with that, or do I want to go a bit further? No, I think I'm happy with that. So that's nice. Okay, so I'm just going to put those to one side. Right, let me just move that along here. I will finish it off in a minute. And I'm just going to bring in my Zuri stamps. There we go. Could you swap the screens round, Alfie, so I can actually see? Then I can line it up properly. Thank you. And so, because I'm going for that sort of blue background, I'm actually going to stamp my dog. He's a German Shepherd.
Wendy's asked, is that a mask that comes in 3 pieces or a larger one you've snipped?
No, it does actually come in 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Which I really like because you can swap them round.
I think it's just called Bubbles.
Them. It is called Bubbles, yeah. Yeah, and it is on the website. And it's under the 6x6 one. We've got 3 tags, 3 clicks rather. What are they called? Buttons. There we go. One that's 8x6, one that's 6x6, 8x5, 6x6 and 6x3. It's the middle one that you'll find it. It's not as dark as I'd like in the middle. What did we do before stamping platforms, eh? Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to put some super fine embossing powder on this.
Want to guess that?
Yeah, I know, I always do, don't I? I really like it because it really shows the line work up nicely. You've really got it on you today, haven't you, Alfie?
I'm just going for that last half hour.
Here you go, hold on to that.
Thanks.
So this is a 60ml, if you're interested, of my superfine. Where's my big? There we go. So I'm just going to heat this up. Okay, so let's just move all this scrap paper now because we don't need that. And then let's get a paint mat. There we go. Can you see that? Yeah, there we are. So I'm going to use some flat colours. So yes, I can take it out of the bottle itself. I can show you how to do that. So you just take off the bottom. Oh no, you don't have to take off the bottom. What are you talking about? Okay, just take off the lid, unscrew the top, and then just dip your paintbrush in and put it onto a mat. But make sure you just screw that back on nice and tight, and the lid. But I'm going to use the refills here. So you only need a tiny drop. What I always suggest to people is if you're going to use this as a refill and you're going to refill this, leave a little bit in the bottom for this sort of thing, this sort of colouring. I'm going to have some Loxley yellow. And I'm going to have another drop here because I'm going to mix a bit of my Little John and my Loxley yellow. And I might even mix a little bit of the Will Scarlet with the Little John as well. So just one drop will do. That's far too much, but never mind. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some clean water. Let's get that closer to me. Clean water on my brush. Where should we start? Let's go here. And you just want to paint into the area that you want to colour. I'm just going to do the outer of his ears there, and then get some water onto that ink, and then just drop it in, and the water will just make that run beautifully. Like so. And then if you want, let me just get some water on there, because that's so concentrated. And I'm just going to come in with a tad of green at the top there. And what will happen is it'll just run into each other and give you a lovely soft watercolour effect. So I'm going to take a little bit of that green and then a little bit of that blue and mix it up, and then we get a lovely sort of teal colour in here. So this is an area that I haven't wet, so you can see you've got a little bit more control over it, but it's a solid colour and you don't get that nice softness that you get with dropping it into a wet area. but the embossing stops it from flooding into different areas. So let's do this area here. So this is quite a nice big area. So let's just wet all of this. And you can leave it for a few seconds just to soak into the paper, so that it's card, I should say, just so it's not all floating on the top. And then I'm just going to get a tiny bit of blue and just put a little bit here and here. And then at the sides here. And again, this will just sort of slide across. The water will just make the ink travel. And you can just help it along a little bit. I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of the darker teal colour just there. Okay, and that will just pull across quite nicely. And you just follow that all the way through. And what I've done with the fur, I've actually done sort of one side in the blue. And they look like feathers, but and then when they're dryish, I'll come along with the green. And it doesn't matter whether your paintbrush has got a bit of another colour on, because that actually just adds to it, which is really lovely. And you get that, you know, and this is just two colours, but your green and your blue can look lovely together. You see that? It's almost like green on green.
If you just
so
go over what card it is that's in there.
That's in the journal. Okay, so it's I can't remember what weight is it.
280.
280. Yeah, so it's a really nice thick watercolor card, and it's what we call hot pressed, which means that when it comes out of the manufacturing process, it's got a little bit of roughness to it. So what they do is, to smooth it out, they put it through a hot roller and press it so that it becomes really nice and smooth, which is perfect for us, because if we want to stamp on it, then we're going to get a really lovely image from it, and it just works so well. So it's a really nice thick weight, so that you can really go to town with your mixed media, because it will take the abuse of lots of layers of wetting and re-wetting without pilling. So yeah, it's a really lovely paper, and you know me, I really like nice quality watercolor card. And the one I'm using here is the indigo blue watercolor card, which has got not quite as smooth as the one in the journal, but it is pretty smooth. I'm just, now this blue here, which I'm just adding water to, is the blue mixed with 1 drop of Will Scarlet. Okay, so this is going to be really dark. Oh, look at that. See, that's navy. See, isn't that a beautiful colour? So that is Will Scarlet mixed with Little John. So the Little John is this really nice, beautiful aquamarine blue. And then we've got the Scarlet, which is obviously pure. These are basically your essential primary colours. So if you don't get anything else, get these three. These are not, haven't got any mica in them. so they are just a plain flat colour, but that's perfect for colouring in and using to paint with. You can add them to white paint, you can add them to existing paints. You know, there's a lot you can do with them. So again, I'm just going to go in here to create a shadow, and then I'm going to add some water, and then I'm going to come in with the original blue, which is Little John, just to make that a nice sort of dark colour there. And you just carry on doing that until, you know, you're happy with it. But what I would suggest is, see this area here that we've gone over, I then go back in and put a little bit more darker blue at the bottom there, just flicking up with my brush, just to give it a bit of depth. And usually I do that, you know, once it's a bit drier. And I just flick round there. And that just gives it a bit more depth. And then a rag. Where's my rag? Lost my rag. There we go. So you can see you get that depth around here, and you get that lovely sort of watermark of that you get with watercolour paper, watercolour card. It just looks so lovely until you're getting this sort of effect, which is lovely. Okay. And then his eyes, I've left the very middle triangle as a highlight, and then I've just put a little bit of original oak, which is a lovely warm brown as well. And then if you want, you can touch it up with any of your pens or pencils if you wanted to, because the surface will take those. But it just looks so nice with just a few layers of colour on it. Okay. See, that's a lot darker actually, because I've mixed my colours slightly differently, but that's all with just 3 colours, you know, which is lovely. Okay, let me just clear up a minute, and don't waste that, because you can put loads of water on that and then pick it up with some watercolour card later. So let me put him to one side and let's bring in our page. Okay, so I'm not going to be working on this side. That was just because I didn't want to waste any ink. So this is the side, and this is almost dry. So I'm just going to give that a quick blast. Okay, so this is right. Now my idea is to sort of have him there. I have actually stamped and cut out some words from the stamp plate, and what I've done is I've just washed over the surface again with some of the what's it called? Little John. Yeah, Little John mixed with the Scarlet, Will Scarlet. So we've got a couple there, and I've also got some cutouts as well, but I just want to do some stamping first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate. I'm not going to stick him down yet, but I'm going to concentrate round about in this centre. So I might even just get a pencil, and just sort of mark off where I'm going to, where he's going to be, round about there. Okay, so that's going to be covered up obviously. So let's get my stamps out, and again, because am I going to do this in black or am I going to do it in blue? I think we'll probably use both.
Using vintage Slim Jims there.
We are using vintage Slim Jims. Don't quite fit, do they? So let me get my my Thin Lizzies. Off you prodding me. Use your new ones. Use your new ones. There you go. Fits better, doesn't it? You happy now?
Much better.
Much better. Now I haven't got my. Which way around is this? I think it's this way around. And I'm going to just try and concentrate on a diagonal here, but I just want a little bit peeking around the outside. So people always ask, do you clean your stamps? No, I rub them with a rag. My rags are in the washing machine at the moment, so that's all I do. I just give them a swift wipe. Oh, sorry, this one is the Matrix, number 49. This one I'm using now is Circle Dots. So that just works really well with these dots here, doesn't it? And these circles. I think I might go with a bit of blue on there. So, Majestic Blue. And I'm just going to take one stamp off there, and then I'm going to come in here. There we go, yeah. Okay. So that's number 6, Circle Dots. No. French script, yeah. Let's have a bit of French script. And I think we'll go with blue on this. Which way around is it? Okay, so that's French script, number 2. Numbers, number 4. Always like a bit of numbers. Let's go with a bit of black on there. And I'm only pressing just the side of the stamp this time, so it's not going over everything. Let's just get my dog in. Yeah, you see, that's working for me. I just want to put a little bit.
Mike says the birds are loud.
Everyone says that the birds are loud.
Let's get used to it.
No, you get used to it. I love the door open as well in summer, and they're even louder. But that's why I don't like putting the radio on sometimes, because I just think the birds are fabulous. But yeah, that's the beauty of having your shed in your garden and having trees around you. So I think we're almost there with that. I think we've done enough round there. So that was my numbers. Another huge favourite, number 4. And then I did have a look through. I've got a little box of odd die cuts that I've cut and not used, and this is from our Christmas edition of our magazine, and we had some star dies in there, and I just thought these would go really, really well. Yeah, like these. So what edition is the Christmas one, Alfie?
I'll just check. Number 5.
Number 5. There you go. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking that we're getting somewhere with that. Now I'm stuck. This is when I need your help. So come on, guys. And hi, love. Nice to see you here. Now, Mike's coming round. I think it's tomorrow. I'll have to check my diary, but we're going to be doing some videos together, which should be really good fun. Now, if Mike was here now, it'd be like saying, okay, what about this, or what about that, or should I just leave it? What do you reckon, Alfie?
What's that?
What should I do next? Or
it's done.
It's done. Okay, all right. Well, let's put some words on then. I think that will finish it off. Where did I put them? Oh, there they are. Okay, so what have we got? Got that. Okay, so I'm going to go for this one here. So this is my famous ruler that I made and then lost for a while. So, famous ruler. So I like the sort of torn edge, as you know. And so what I did was I got my ruler and I actually scraped it. We've got a brick wall outside around half of our garden, and so I scraped it on the edge of the bricks like that, and it just wore it up, just wore it away in parts, so that now when I rip something, tear something, you get a really nice edge to it. So let me just line that up. It's a bit fiddly when it's so small. Mind, could have left a bit more room around it. That would have been an idea.
Mike said he was shouting at the screen.
What were you shouting at the screen,
Stop.
Mike? He's right, because do you know what? Sometimes I just keep on going and going and going. And yeah, I do need someone to sit on my shoulder like a little angel and just say, right, that's enough, stop. Thanks. Right, where's me grab and go? Okay, so come on, my lovely. Let's have a little bit of grab and go on here. Just a little bit. Spread it out. You don't need lots on here like I've just done. And let's place it about there. And then this is going to go here. Don't we love our dogs? A dog is the only thing on earth that loves you more than he loves himself. By Josh Billings. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mike. You're right. Just leave it well alone. Step away from the sprays. Step away. Put your glue down and stop. Okay, so just to recap. So I've used our lovely new 8x8 inch journal. We've used the Vivids. So the Vivids that I used were, where have they gone? Here we go. We've used blue satin sashes. I used a little bit of slice of jam and bread, which is that lovely pinky colour. And this down here, this lovely sort of autumnal warm peach colour is Sweet as Summer Peaches. And then for colouring in our stamp, which is the Zuri stamp, my favourite breed, all designs by Zuri. Thank you very much, Zuri. And then I coloured it in using the Will Scarlet, the Little John and the Loxley Yellow refills. These are the eco refills for the Vivids. Then I had a bit of the stars from the die from our magazine box kit number 5, which is Christmas. And of course I finished off with the little saying, which is just underneath that sticker there from here. So I've had a lot of fun doing that. I really have.
Perfection on a page.
Oh, bless you, darling. I will see you. Will I see you tomorrow? Is it tomorrow is coming up? I don't know, but it's coming soon. So lovely to see you all, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. What you need to do is, you're going to say it?
Like, comment and share.
Like, comment and share. Thank you very much. And spread the good news. Also, Alfie's got you a 20% off your eco refills, which is these. Oh, that's good. So at the checkout, you put in eco 20%. That's really good. Okay, have a lovely evening and a lovely week, and we will see you next Monday at 4 o'clock. Thank you so much. Say goodbye, Alfie.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.